Hello, this is a day 1 guide for 3 times the Thrashing, the new Tormented Demon combat achievement. This is what your gear is going to look like if you copy what I take. We're pretty much just stacking defense here. And then you need a switch, either magic or range. The reason why I went range is that if you do need to use your Void Waker, then the monsters are guaranteed not to be praying magic at the end. They will be praying either melee or range. And then you can either add or remove one restore in place of a brew here, depending on how good you are at switching your flicks and whatnot. And then I'll just quickly show you how to get there. If you don't know how to get there, well, I'll take you to the spot that I used. I think a lot of people are using it at this point for the CA. This is a day 1 guide, so I'm sure there will be better methods, but if you just want to get your whatever combat achievement status back, and you just want to get it over with, this is a scuffed way of doing it. Okay, so once you're here, you just go south and climb up the skulls. And don't forget to sip a stamina dose or 2 on your way over. The main method that we're going to be using is trying to time our venom. And I will go over a couple of the plugins that I found useful at the end to help you guys out with that. So you guys should recognize this room from the quest while Guthix sleeps. From here, you're just going to go southwest, take the southwest tunnel, and then take the southernmost tunnel, like go this way. You can just follow along too if you want. And then this is kind of the space that everybody's been using. Ignore that, that's one of the plugins that I'll show you. Okay, and then this is your tunnel, and I'll go ahead and roll the clip of me doing the achievement. Okay, so I thought I'd just give a little bit of commentary over this clip as well. So you run in, you aggro them, and then basically the whole point of this is to flinch. And so you'll see how the color changes on this bar to green. That's the one that I'm attacking, so that's the plugin that I'll mention at the end. And then eventually, as the health goes down, the red part will take over the green. And it also says the percentage on the side, so I know exactly which one I'm hitting. Now, I start on the middle one because the top one is easy to see what it's praying overhead, and the other two are harder to see, so I just start with the harder ones and leave the easy one for last. That leaves less room for me to screw up at the end. So that's why I start in the middle. And then you try to get it around 5%, I would say, and then that's like the threshold that you want to start blowpiping it at the end. And so I'll just let the clips play until I have both of these down, but the whole thing is you just switch between range and melee, and the way that you tell is if you hit like 2 or 3 zeros in a row, then you're probably not using the right style anymore, and you have to switch. And then if you hit, then you know it's praying whatever you're not using, if you hit. But I'll let this play out, and then I'll just give a little bit more commentary at the end. At the very end when you're working on your last one, eventually it's going to be like around half health and it'll pray melee or something like that. At this point, you're going to want to equip your blowpipe and serpentine helm and make sure that you venom that top one. And that will be the one that dies from venom. And so you want to have set up either your middle one or your bottom one so that it was protecting from melee as its last hit, and then you have to remember which one that is so that you can blowpipe that one at the end, because the way that you're going to try to do this is you're going to try to kill one of them at the same time as venom does with your blowpipe, and then it's very easy from there. You just have to void waker spec whatever's left. The hard part is timing killing the blowpipe with the venom within 3 seconds, obviously. And 3 seconds, if you guys didn't know, that's 5 ticks, so that's literally one scythe swing, that's one T-bow hit. Like, that's not very much time at all with these weapons. That's why you're gonna try to time it so that you kill 2 of them at the same time, and then you have plenty of time to kill that last one. So at the very end here, I struggled a bit, but you should equip your blowpipe. You want to have your blowpipe on at the very end when you're waiting for the venom to kill that first one. And ideally, you will have gotten one of them low enough without using your blowpipe, because then, as you can see, the text like overlapped here for me, so I just kind of panicked and I killed one of them. And I went to Void Waker, but 2 of them died to venom, and 1 of them died to my blowpipe, so it was very quick there. But what you will shoot for is blowpipe venom at the same time, and then Void Waker the last one. So I'll just quickly go over the plugins that I use for this. The first one, you're going to want to type in monster menu HP by Anku. Install that one from the plugin hub, and then type in monster menu, and then make sure it's on, and you can change your settings to the same as mine if you want. That was when I right-clicked the stack, it would show me the Tormented Demon's health, so I knew which one I needed to click on. This is that plugin for that, and then I just changed the colors to be green and red so that it's like a proper health bar. And then you can optionally have the percentage on or not. I think it was kind of helpful in this situation. The other plugin, it's not necessary, but it's called the Venom Timer by Simon Flaps. This one, install this one. Then you can type in Venom in your bar, and then these are the settings. So this was the one that showed the time until the next Venom tick. But I will say, if you use your blowpipe on multiple things, then the text will overlay each other, and then you won't be able to see what it says, so you have to be kind of careful when you choose to use your blowpipe at the end. And I think these were the only 2 settings that I used, so use those if you want. I think they helped.